Hi, good evening, viewers. Welcome back to another edition of Northeast Today live session. And guess who we have as our special guest this evening? Well, for those of you who follow our page would know, but those who don't, well, I can maybe give a hint. Coffee, um, organic coffee from Nagaland. Yes. Uh, कुछ याद आया? Nahi, that's all right. I think I can straight away introduce our guest to y'all now that I see him online with us. Hi,
Hi,
Vivito.
hello.
Hello. Hello, Animo.
Hey, Alani.
How
Yeah,
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yes.
So, are we speaking to you from what? Are you in Kohima right now?
No, I'm in Dimapur.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And so, well, today, before we begin with the question and answer round, we have this beautiful intro video of you. So, I wanted our guests and our viewers to see them. So, if that's okay with you,
Yes, yes, please. It will be an honor.
right? Vivito Yeptho is a young entrepreneur from Nagaland who is the founder of Nagaland Coffee. He has completed his master's degree from London School of Commerce in 2015, which focuses on international marketing. He has experience in marketing and advertising industry, global human resource management, and many more. He has a professional degree in international marketing from Cardiff University, UK. He has also been awarded fellow membership by Northeast Entrepreneurship Fellowship NEEF, an initiative of IEF Foundation and YouthNet. He is a professional barista certified by Himalayan Jawa Barista Coffee School based in Nepal. One can sometimes stumble on his products and get a taste of his coffee at the famous Nagaland Hornbill Festival at Kisama, Kohima, and one can also purchase the products available from his online store. Currently, he holds the post of member board of supervisors in the Nagaland Coffee Private Limited, which is a public-private partnership jointly managed with Dr. Peter Vermeulen from South Africa. A MOU was signed between the Department of Land Resources Nagaland and Noble Cause, a South African company, by Dr. Peter Vermeulen to promote the coffee cultivation in the mountains. To sum up, let us have it explained by Vivito Yeptho himself for our Northeast Today viewers.
Hello, my name is Vivito Yeptho. I'm into coffee business. So basically, what we do is we do processing and roasting. So all our coffees are locally processed and roasted in Nagaland. Me and my partner, Dr. Peter, who is from South Africa, started this business way back in 2016 uh, for in an aim to uh, make our own locally grown coffee, known globally. So basically, right now, what we do is we export as well as we market our locally roasted coffee to in and around India. So right now we're exporting it to three countries, namely South Africa, Cape Town, Bahrain, and Dubai. Uh, and we are exporting green beans, and the roasted beans we are locally marketing. Uh, we have outlets in Dimapur as well as Kohima, and in other parts of India, we have an online shop where our customers can buy at their own will.
Wow, Vivito, that's quite an impressive achievement at this young age.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Vivito, tell us like how does Vivito's morning begin? Is it with a cup of coffee?
Yeah, of course, with a cup of coffee, but uh, as a coffee drinker, you can't just spend a day without at least having a cup. And now, as you go deeper into the coffee, it's like, minimum you have to drink at least 2 to 3 cups. People say drinking coffee keeps you awake, but that doesn't really apply to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the same with me, yeah. I mean, a lot of people have difficulties, like they take a cup of coffee at night and then they tell that they could not sleep all night. So for me, it's like even if I take two, three at night, I can sleep really well.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So, how important is discipline in life of an entrepreneur? I mean, coffee and everything, the way you market and package it sounds so cool, but the story behind the scene must be like really like a lot of hard work put in out there.
Mm. Yeah, discipline is, I should say, the backbone of every
Mm-hmm.
company. And from coffee background point of view, yes, we do have a lot of hard work, and I really give credit to my team that they just don't work it because they are doing it just to get their money, but they do it like as is their own. They give their best, and disciplining is very important in our roastery, because without uh, setting such discipline, it's not easy to get quality coffee, because
Right.
each step is a vital process, from crop to cup, from farming, from harvesting, um, from processing, roasting, and from giving the customers that cup of coffee. It's a sheer hard work, and a lot of disciplining is done in the process.
So, right, it's discipline and a lot of team effort, right? You had
Yes.
sent me this wonderful pictures. I mean, a lot of our viewers would want to know because we just showed it like on in the intro video, but they wouldn't really understand. So, would it be okay if I showed the pictures and if you could explain it to us,
Yeah, sure, sure, definitely.
right? But I request my technical team, right?
Yeah. This one is in Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
It's NEE fellowship program.
Okay.
So
So,
we had an opportunity to display our coffee and also sell, market.
o-
Uh, yeah.
o- okay. So that's the okay. And this is.
Yes. Yeah. This one is the Hornbill Festival, which happens every year in December. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
prestigious festival for Nagaland. Many tourists come from all over the world to attend this festival. So we had an opportunity every year to open a small stall and
Mm-hmm.
display our products. So here
So
we have our business partners and our baristas. Yeah.
okay, that's awesome. And
Yes,
that's
this is in
okay.
Delhi also.
That's our yeah, Kiran Rijiju and then Maricom. Wow, that looks really nice.
Yes, I had an opportunity to be in Kiran Riju's residence. He
Uh-huh.
invited all the NE fellowship entrepreneurs in his residence, and we had a good time. And also, this was where we got our certificate as a fellow of Northeast
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneur Fellowship.
Right. Okay.
Yes, yeah. This is my professional degree from University of Cardiff. So this is a
Uh,
degree in international
UK,
marketing.
right?
Yes, UK,
Right.
UK. That's with my brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah. This is with my brother-in-law and my business partner. This is the opening of our coffee shop in Dimapur.
Oh.
Yes, yes. This is with the team of Launchpad Incubation Center, and with the director of YouthNet, and with
Mm-hmm.
my fellow entrepreneurs. We had a good chat. They
Mm-hmm.
were planning to um, introduced this launchpad as an initiative, educative process where young school students can be aspired through this, through our examples and the way we do our business here in Nagaland. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my family. This is in the middle, my mom, my dad. On
Mm-hmm.
the right side of me, that's my sister, my brother. On the left side, that's me, my wife, and our son, where my mom
Yeah,
is holding.
I did see some of his pictures. Oh yes, that one. He looks
Yeah,
so
that's
cute.
three of us. My son,
Yes.
Aiden, my wife, Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Okay, it's
And I
pronounced
guess,
as Eden.
yeah, Aiden, yes.
Aiden.
So
Okay,
that's
because
me
my
on the,
my.
yeah, on the
Uh,
on the right side. That's
mm-hmm,
my brother, my sister when we were quite young.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay, that's you, the taller one, right?
yes, yes. Now I'm the
Okay.
shortest one. Anyway, this is one of the farms. This is
Mm-hmm,
it's now organic certified.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, just went there and visited the farms. This is the ripe cherry. This is how
Okay.
you get it from the trees. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's all organic, right?
Yes, yes, it's organic. Yes,
Is it certified?
yes, it's certified. Mostly are certified. Some
Mm-hmm.
still in the process. Uh, yeah,
Okay.
that's with my business partners. We went to the farms visiting. These are some
Mm-hmm.
of the farms. I think this is in
All right.
Woka. Yeah, these are with
Okay.
some of the farmers. So we had a good
Mm-hmm.
interaction with them, talking about the future, the process,
Mm-hmm.
and taking their doubts. And
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, and this is my team. I
Okay.
feel without them, I wouldn't be here what I am right now. They have been very committed, and I'm really thankful to all of them.
And I'm sure
Yes.
they love you too.
Yeah, I hope. This is how we roast. Yeah, this is the
Mm-hmm.
coffee beans that's coming out. Yes, this is also my display
That's a
during the.
lovely shot.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just love this. This is the, I mean, the best of all.
this was taken by one of my good friend, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
he, he's an, I mean, he's an expert in photography and media. So he came
Okay,
visit our
okay. It
cafe.
shows, it shows. He's a
Yeah.
professional.
Mm.
Okay. So, you have completed your graduation with a Bachelor of Business Administration in International Marketing, right? So,
Yes, yes.
those knowledge, like, does it really come to use practically?
Yes, especially in the field of export, because see, international
Mm-hmm.
marketing is where we mostly deal with other foreign countries, and like
Mm-hmm.
how their their rules and regulations can affect our rules and regulations, and being being in an industry where we not only roast and supply to local people but also export
Mm-hmm.
green coffee. It's been of great help. Also,
Right,
yes, of course, uh, in different countries have different rules, norms that we have to follow.
right,
So
right.
um, that's where this subject really helps. And also with my business partner,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Have been
Mm-hmm.
a good help in this business, especially in this export and exporting our green coffee.
So, yeah, I did notice that, like, you and your partner, like, literally lives in two different geographical locations. I mean, so
Mm.
how do you both coordinate and work out? And like, is logistics a problem here?
Yeah. So what we do is we see each other's face, and then we trust each other and say, okay, it's done. This
It's as
anyway,
simple as that.
yeah. Anyway, it's not like that. Yeah. I met, uh, a quick history about my business partner. His name is Dr. Peter Vermeulen.
Right.
He's a coffee expert. He's been into coffee business for more than 20 years. And
Mm-hmm.
I met him in 2017. By then I was like, I didn't know much about coffee. Coffee was like Nescafe, Starbucks. I'm drinking. I knew Starbucks way back, but I'm drinking it, but you don't know. You don't actually know what's happening inside. Know what the drink usually is. So that's where
Yeah.
met Dr. Peter. He came to Nagaland and he saw that Nagaland has the potential to being one of the best coffee growers in the world. The coffee beans. So that's where I met him. He guided me in this coffee field, and slowly my interest started coming in, and I took a couple of courses through
Mm-hmm.
his recommendation. And yeah, of course, because of this pandemic, we couldn't meet this 2 years, but we have been
Mm-hmm.
constantly in touch through Zoom calls and um, WhatsApp audios and all. So I feel that, see, in business, trust is very important, because without trust, it can really affect you. I've seen a lot of um, people having trust issues, and ultimately
That's right.
going apart. Yeah, but for me, maybe people might have thought, you're not even with with a Naga person, and you're doing with somebody else outside. How can you? But I guess it's just, I feel it's fate that brought us together. I mean, I think it's God's plan that I could meet him, and he's a very humble and a very jolly person. And the way he trusts me, it makes me even more enthusiastic to work with him. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how we have been together this past few years.
Right. So, I was just wondering, like, even I had this question that the pandemic must have really affected your business. So, how have you all been trying to manage the losses, or like to still continue?
Yeah, especially last year, it was a huge hit on our company. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of other companies also that was hit, but especially
True.
in the term of coffee, because what
Mm-hmm.
usually happens is coffee, we go every year to each farms,
Mm-hmm.
we inspect them, we monitor them, and we check the quality. We do a quality control every year. So this
Mm-hmm.
year, and my business partner also comes every year, at least once a year he comes, to do
All
quality
right.
control. So
Mm-hmm.
together we go to farms visiting. Last year was impossible because of this pandemic, and the farmers also, they were hesitant to work properly and harvest the crops, so which was huge hit. But thankfully, mm, we had some coffees the previous year, so that helped us to I mean, still in the process, because even
Mm-hmm.
2021, this year, towards the beginning of the year, the pandemic was still there. And you
Right.
know yeah, so many cases saying that there's another strain of virus coming in, and so and so forth. So, but with this vaccination coming in, um, slowly we are trying to recover. And
Mm-hmm.
now coffee um, the coffee plant I mean, the coffee seeds are slowly coming in. Slow Let's hope that this slowly recovers the things that was lost. Yeah.
Yes, hopefully. I mean, the business especially has been so badly affected, and what more can we say, right? So I
Yes,
hope
yes.
this whole situation gets better. It's
Yeah.
becoming exhaustive.
Same,
Yeah, and
same.
every day I see a lot of people. I mean, even in Arunachal also. I mean, recently I had this uh, one what do I say? Carpenter we had called him, and then the next day he didn't show up, saying that there are like a lot of mosquitoes biting him, and so we're like, oh my god, this guy actually we are providing him employment, and he's so lazy, we thought that way. But
The
then
mosquitoes.
later we found, yeah, his reason was like mosquitoes. People are having difficult time, like they don't have money, and this guy
Yes,
is
yes,
getting employment, and he says like mosquito.
right, right.
So, but then later we found out that this guy actually, what happened is that he used to run a shop, so he had to, let go of all his staff because he could not pay them, and he had to close down his shop. Now he's a carpenter. So
Mm-hmm.
you get it, right? The situation is
Yeah,
that bad,
that's
right?
true. That's true.
So yeah, so I could forgive him later for that mosquito story.
Yeah.
Right. So, Vivito, what was so impressive about you is like Northeast right now is known for tea plantation, and there you come with coffee
Mm-hmm.
plantation, and with you're exporting it, and you're doing so well. How come? I mean, that was quite a rebel, I can say. I mean, how did you even think of taking a shot like that?
Uh, See,
Mm-hmm,
there's a very common saying which you also know that think out of the box. So
mm-hmm,
I think that's where we come in, because yes,
mm-hmm,
what you said is very true. Not only in Northeast but in India,
mm-hmm.
coffee is like when you say coffee, it's Nescafe. That's an instant coffee.
Right.
Specialty coffee, what we do is it was rarely seen few couple of years back. So
Mm-hmm,
when Dr. Peter came and he saw the farms, and he felt that this has a potential to be one of the best, not only in India but in the world.
mm-hmm.
He really encouraged me, and I said, why not? Um, let's give it a try. Even if let's start small, and supposing if it doesn't work, that's fine. But
Right.
thankfully, I feel that by God's grace, I should say that it's slowly people are slowly getting the taste of the specialty coffee. What we produce is not like any other instant coffee, because
Right.
the coffee that we produce is purely organic. We have
Mm-hmm,
no foreign materials in that coffee. So whatever flavors, we call it tasting notes. So when you
mm-hmm,
drink that coffee, you would get
mm-hmm,
hints of, it's not flavor, but you get hints of different, maybe fruits or floral
mm-hmm,
tastes, or
mm-hmm.
you get a chocolatey caramel flavor. So it's amazing that a coffee bean, which has not been, um, you know, added with any external materials, can taste like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we slowly started, educating the people. So of course, when we started, it
Mm-hmm.
was a huge role to play, because we had to introduce what specialty coffee was. We had to
Right.
tell them the difference. What is the difference between instant coffee and specialty coffee? But right now, I'm so blessed that people are starting to know there are a couple of cafes in Nagaland that has open coffees, and they have different roasteries also
Right.
now, uh, you know, focusing on specialty coffee, not an instant
Mm-hmm.
coffee. So um, I would say that I don't think we can ever overtake that, the monopoly that the tea has, but at least introducing a specialty coffee. Now people getting to know specialty coffee instead of drinking, instant coffee, has I feel it's been an achievement, not only to me but also to my fellow entrepreneurs. Yeah,
Well, the change has just begun. So
yeah,
I'm sure like a lot more coffee drinkers are going to come up from Northeast, and you're also barista certified, right?
yes,
So
yes,
can you tell us from where, and like
yes,
can
sure,
you
sure.
detail us? Right.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I took my professional barista certification from
Mm-hmm.
Himalayan Java.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Kathmandu, Nepal. So
Okay.
what they are is they are affiliated to SCA. So SCA is a specialty coffee organization. That is the highest
Mm-hmm.
organization in specialty coffee in the world. So
Mhm.
once you have that certificate, you can, go anywhere in the world with that certificate, and they will appoint you, when
Mhm.
it comes to a barista. So being a barista is it's fun. Um,
Mhm.
when you enjoy making coffee, that's an added bonus. And my journey was yeah, my journey started there in Nepal. We had a good 1 month course. Um,
Mhm.
so we went through different from crop to cup. So that is like
Mhm.
from harvesting to processing, roasting, and to brewing the coffee.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and at the end of the session, we had an exam, both practical and
Mhm.
theory. So you have
Right.
to pass with at least
Mhm.
80% to be to get that certificate. So
Oh my God.
hopefully, yeah, thankfully, by God's grace, I could at least hit that 80% mark. So that's where I am right now. And not only
Mhm.
that, even after that, because coffee is, when for those who don't know, when you say coffee, okay, it's just a bean, it's just a bean that,
Right.
or you grind it and you put it and you drink it. But when it comes to, uh, getting deep in it, it's not just that, there's a branch. It's like
Mhm.
medical or engineering. Medical is like, when you say medical, you don't just
Mhm.
not everything is included. There's a different specialty, or even engineering,
Mhm.
there are
Mhm.
different segments. So even in coffee, there are different segments. So even after this, I had the opportunity to do three more trainings
Mhm.
here in India. One was in Bangalore, Probat Copy. So Probat is a
Mhm.
German company. So they have a base
Okay.
in Bangalore. Yeah. So I did my roastery there, professional roastery there, and I had a chance to, do a session on manual brewing. So manual brewing is where we don't use that, the espresso machine where you see in the shop. It's manually brewed from your hand, without without the help of machines. So we had a separate topic on that. So I had the opportunity to do the manual brewing session in Blue Tokai. Blue Tokai is, I feel, it's one of the best specialty coffee uh, in India.
Okay.
Behind Nagaland Coffee, that is. I'm just joking.
Wait,
It's
but
not like.
I'm kind of very surprised that there's so much of, like step-by-step process and then qualifications and exams. I had no idea it's like
Oh yeah.
that complicated.
Yes, especially
So,
especially when.
right.
Yeah, please.
No, no, please go ahead. Right.
Okay, especially
Especially.
when yeah, it comes to specialty coffee association, because they are very strict.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, even the water we use, it
Mm-hmm.
it has to be done according to how according to what they have written. For example, in a cup of coffee, you have to use 80 ml of water to 30 grams of coffee. If you go 90
Mm-hmm.
ml, 30 grams, that means you have failed.
It,
So
oh,
SCA, it's, yeah, very strict. So but it was fun. It was fun learning, and yeah.
so you said like brewing by hand. I mean, that must be like really like long process and time consuming and like what the hands hurt and all. Is it like that?
Not exactly. See, um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if you can see the picture right now, the one you really love, the picture.
Yep, yep.
Yes, yeah, that's
Yes.
a manual brew. That's manual brewing.
Oh, all right.
In
Okay, okay.
behind that,
Mm-hmm.
there's an espresso
Mm-hmm.
machine. Can you see? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
Yeah. So that's the espresso machine where we brew the espresso cappuccino americano, and this one that I'm holding and making it. That's the manual brew.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the manual brews.
Okay.
There are different manual brews. This one I'm doing. This one is
Mm-hmm.
called the pour over.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
I
what
did
happens?
see that
Yeah.
video also. There was a video of you where you're making it, right? I mean, Was that
Yeah, yeah,
also, would that be
that's
counted
the
under
one.
manual? Right.
Yes, yes, that's the one. That's the manual brew. Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes,
Probably we are showing it at the end of our live session. So, uh, can you tell us from where and which area did you start initially the plantation?
yeah, sure. Initially, we started
Mm-hmm,
from 4 districts.
mm-hmm,
Mm, sorry, 4 districts, but those plantation was being planted years back.
mm-hmm,
So the 4 districts were Mokokchung, Woka,
mm-hmm,
Koto,
mm-hmm,
and Mon.
mm-hmm,
So that's where we start. That's where we started. Then we slowly
mm-hmm,
started planting new coffee seeds to different parts of different districts in Nagaland.
mm-hmm,
So from four, it now we have uh, farms in Longlang, Peg,
mm-hmm,
Kipre, Tuingzang,
mm-hmm,
Kodima.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, hopefully in the years to come, those will also bloom.
Definitely, definitely it will. And Vivito, like what I found really interesting is that can you tell us the reason behind naming of some of your products after the districts in Nagaland, such as Mon, Kar, Araku, Zonibuto, Wokha?
Yes, sure. See, the reason was like, yeah, we could have just mentioned our own blend, or we could have just come up with a name. But the
Mm-hmm,
reason why we mentioned the districts, especially the districts, is
mm-hmm,
because see, we're exporting their coffees separately. We're not exporting
mm-hmm,
like Nagaland coffee and then everything put together and then we're exporting. We're we're exporting, especially when it comes to export, we export in jute bags. So what happens
mm-hmm,
is jute bags, we put our label, that's Nagaland Coffee. Below, we
mm-hmm,
put the details of the farms or from the places where we make. So if it's from Mon, we put Mon. If it's from Zinaboto, we put Zinaboto. If it's from Mokokchung, we put Mokokchung or Mon. So the reason why we put Mon or Kar or Zinaboto is
mm-hmm,
like also for the districts, that to encourage them,
mm-hmm,
when they see the coffee being gone nationally or internationally, and when it's from Mon, it really
mm-hmm,
encourages especially the farmers, because the work they put on, rain or no rain, sunshine or windy, they're there working so hard, and we feel
mm-hmm,
that they should be credited something out of it. so when they see their names, the district name, that this is, oh, our Mon coffee is being drank in Europe, or our Mokuchun coffee is, it's already there in South Africa. The joy they feel,
mm-hmm.
that really enlightens us. So that's the main thing behind why we named, yeah, our coffee.
That's so thoughtful and really, really good way of honoring them. I mean, what better way, right?
Yeah,
I
that's true.
I
That's
can
true.
also, yeah, I can see a lot of like comments from our viewers, and maybe we can take in a one or two. I need to bring the camera closer.
Sure, sure.
Okay, this is from Bokali. So much labor and hard work that goes in a cup of coffee. I guess even Bokali is surprised like me,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And Indrajit, proud of you, bro. Bro Avi.
Yeah,
Do you know him? Because he's
yeah,
written
yeah,
Bro
yeah.
Avi, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
My
And
my my nickname is Avi, so they call me Avi like that. Yes.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. God bless you. And this is from Bukali, ha? Haratu. Uh, is there any questions? We can take questions to this. Keep going. I'm proud of you, Avi. Keep going higher and higher. This is from Aboli. Aboli. Yep. Yeptho. This is like it's so in such small fonts. I'm having a like
Okay,
difficult
okay.
time.
I can
Okay, and
help you with that if
yeah,
you're
that would
interested.
be great if you could take
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah, yeah. Our
actually, I
viewers,
told
if you
them
have any questions, you can send them. And yeah, Vivito is here,
the easy
so
ones, please.
he'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of compliments coming. Yeah, I think the meanwhile when they frame their questions and like it's come a bit of a surprise for them, I guess. Yeah, you can send in your questions. We will take them. Not many, but then as much as we can. So meanwhile, I also wanted to know that Made in Nagaland or Nagaland as a brand name sells in domestic and global market.
Yes, it does have a huge impact
Mm-hmm,
in the global and national market, because not only not for Nagaland Coffee, but also some other companies. I have friends from other companies. I can name some like Saucy Joe's. He's a
mm-hmm.
master chef, and he makes
Okay.
different types of sauce that's also organic, and
Mm-hmm,
his products have been tasted and known all over India and also some parts of Europe. And there's another one called Coal Mountain. So
mm-hmm.
he specializes in organic tea. So there are different tea, white tea, red, green, black,
Yes,
and all. So even he
yes.
exports his coffee, his tea to United States, Europe. So I feel that made in Nagaland, or that branding itself,
That
the
right.
Nagaland itself is having a huge impact to our national and also international. Yeah.
So, okay, I mean, this is so new for people, for like, and especially for those upcoming entrepreneurs who wants to uh, take up maybe coffee plantation to taking, like getting inspired from you. Do you think that would you agree that we have the fitment soil for coffee plantation and the proper climatic condition?
Yes. See, I feel that even before Nagaland Coffee came into being, or
Mm-hmm,
before people from other parts of India and or other parts of the world, or
mm-hmm,
as a matter of fact, my business partner came. They were other already into coffee.
mm-hmm.
Like example, Assam, there are some farms. There are the coffee companies. They are in Meghalaya. The famous one being Smoky Joe's. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Smoky Falls, I think. I'm sorry, Smoky Falls,
Okay.
I think. So what they do is they also grow their coffee um, from their place, and then they market their own coffee. So the coffee that's been sold is purely from Meghalaya itself. So yes, there are other places, especially in Meghalaya and Assam. But see, the coffee varies from places. So
Mm-hmm,
for hilly areas, um, the coffee variety called Arabica is suitable, and for plain
mm-hmm.
area, the coffee variety called Robusta is suitable. For example,
Okay.
Assam mainly is plain, so
Mm-hmm.
they would have more of Robusta, and Meghalaya, being the hilly one, would have Arabica. Here in Nagaland
Okay.
also, mostly we have planted Arabica. In
Mm-hmm.
Dimapur, uh, we have planted Robusta. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how it
So
is.
I hope those aspiring entrepreneurs are listening and paying attention to Vivito. I mean, there cannot be any better guide than him at the moment.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
so Vivito, do you think northeastern states have the required infrastructure and the manpower to build a strong global brand? And if you agree, how? And if no, why?
I'm sorry. Can you please repeat
Yeah,
the
yeah.
question?
Like northeastern states right now, one of the biggest problems is infrastructure, right? So do you think we are ready, like with the infrastructure and the manpower to build like strong global brands, like let's for that matter, like Nagaland Coffee to make it a global brand? Do you think we have
Yes.
that required infrastructure?
Yes, definitely. Because before, maybe if you had asked me 5, 10 years back, I would have said
Mm-hmm.
no. But now,
Uh,
yes, I can definitely confidently say yes. Why being, like I mentioned, the two companies earlier,
mm-hmm.
Saucy Joe's and Coal Mountain, uh,
Mm-hmm.
all their infrastructures, are being, everything is here. Everything is like um, made in Nagaland. From the scratch.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
all the utilities are there, and um, now they are like with so many what do you call this like organizations like YouthNet,
Mm-hmm.
which has been an immense immense support and an immense change to our fellow entrepreneurs. They are the ones helping the young entrepreneurs, guide startup guiding their startup business, and helping them financially. So
Okay.
yes, there's definitely a scope. I'm
Okay.
confident
Yeah, I
about it.
did see that you received a fellowship from YouthNet too.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's
Yes,
through
yes.
them that I
Mm-hmm.
got this, the opportunity to be in this Northeast Entrepreneur Fellowship. No, UNET has been, um, the backbone, I should say, for fellow entrepreneurs, and I'm really thankful to them. And I'm sure my colleagues and my fellow entrepreneurs do the same too, feel the same. So basically, what they do is they guide us, and they uh, show us the baby steps,
Mm-hmm.
to open the road for us to
Right.
to go to what we desire. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like they provide counseling and guidance kind of thing,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. And
For those
also,
who are right.
yes, yes, they've also recently
Mm-hmm.
come up with helping them financially, especially startups. There's
Okay,
a
that's nice.
Yeah.
So I think now a lot of questions have started coming up. Vivita, would you like to take them right now?
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
yes,
sure.
right, right. Can you see? Right.
Oh, yeah. Will Nagaland Coffee expand to even more honorable personalities?
Oh, that was one of my questions too.
Acha, will Nagaland Coffee expand to even more country club? Yes, we're working very hard. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we're exporting our coffee to South Africa, and Middle East. Middle East being Bahrain and Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mm-hmm.
of our coffees are also going to Europe. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
So we are trying our best. But the thing is, see, even if we keep on mentioning that we want to go globally, if the production doesn't meet our demands, then that's also one thing. So we should also really encourage the farmers, and also train them properly, do more of quality control. Then definitely, because
Right.
yeah, the seeds that have been planted. We are really hoping
Mm-hmm.
that we can not only supply to few countries, but wherever in the world, they demand. We are ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Is there any more questions, uh, technical team? Yeah, I guess there are. That looks like a lot of compliments.
And,
Well,
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
well, I can viewers like if you have any questions, you can post your questions. We'll definitely answer them. And meanwhile, so which business model concept can you advise for young aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to enter such beverage industries?
I should say, uh, it's about passion. I should feel,
Right, right.
because unless you're passionate about what you do, even if
Mm-hmm,
I give a lecture on different business models,
mm-hmm,
it won't be helpful, because for me also, when I started this coffee thing, before, I had no idea. But when
mm-hmm,
Dr. Peter came and encouraged me, that's um, that's where I slowly started to get interest on it.
So I feel that,
Right.
especially in terms of coffee, I feel
Mm-hmm.
you should first taste the coffee. At first,
Mm-hmm.
when you taste a specialty coffee, when you taste this manual brew coffee, you
Mm-hmm.
might find it a little disgusting, because it's,
Mm-hmm.
when you first drink it, it's kind of bitter. But once you keep
Mm-hmm.
drinking it, you tend to um, know the beauty of it, the flavor in it, and even get, want to start this this coffee venture. Because I have a friend that, a good friend of mine. He kept coming to my coffee shop, and
Mm-hmm.
he didn't know anything about coffee. So what I did was, like, I told him, why not try, a pour over. At first he's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's so bitter, how do you drink it? I said,
Right.
keep coming. I'll what I did was, I gave him free cup of coffee, especially pour over, whenever he came. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
great drink. And later on, he started to get the hang of it, that the
Mm-hmm.
taste of it. And then he told me, like, how do you do it, please explain to me. So I, like, showed him, a small process on how to manually brew, and a short background of how a specialty coffee is. So
Mm-hmm.
now he's like, he wants to open a coffee shop, something like that. So yeah, so it's like a
that
business
that was a
model.
nice one.
Yeah, it's like,
Right.
when it comes to beverage and when it comes to coffee, I feel that
Mm-hmm.
business model is not really needed. If you have the passion, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can do it. Yes,
Okay. Okay. So I can see that some more questions are coming up. Would you like to take them, Vivito?
yes, yes.
Right.
Um, 10 years, 10 years. Nagaland Coffee, 10 years.
Okay.
Uh, I should say I'll be competing with Starbucks. No, just Oh no, it's not like that. Starbucks is the different thing, because Starbucks is a commercial coffee. I can't
Mm-hmm.
compare it with specialty coffee, because it's two different things, I should say. Um,
Okay.
Nagaland Coffee in 10 years, I feel that if things goes well,
Mm-hmm.
especially with this pandemic subsiding, and going back to normal, farmers working really hard,
Mm-hmm.
we doing our best in our roasting, uh,
Mm-hmm.
maintaining strict quality control, then by 10 years we hope to see our coffee
Mm-hmm.
globally, not only in this few countries, but wherever you go in the world. I want them to say, oh, I saw your coffee there, I saw your coffee in the
Yeah,
United
yeah.
States or Australia, or in Africa, or even in North Pole or South Pole. Like, how comes your coffee is in North Pole? Something like that. So yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, somebody's climbing Mount Everest and they are with the
yeah. And then
Nagaland
you know
coffee
your
out
coffee,
there, like,
there's a
frozen and
stall, and then they're selling Nagaland coffee in Mount Everest.
that would be that would
Yeah.
be so cool. And so, Vivito, what has been your biggest challenge and that you have ever faced and overcome to have a scalable startup business from Northeast, like Nagaland Coffee?
Yeah. See, like I said, Nagaland Coffee, we aim to create specialty coffee, which
Mm-hmm.
was quite new to our fellow people here in Nagaland. To start with, when I when we first roasted our coffee, it was like they were putting the coffee, like how they make in instant coffee, and they're like, your coffee tastes horrible, what is this? I thought your coffee is one of the best. People keep saying, and when I taste your coffee, is like, so they didn't understand the concept of making specialty coffee. So specialty coffee is, it's a filtered coffee. Basically, in layman terms, it's called filtered coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens in filtered coffee is, you don't submerge the coffee, and drink it with it, dilute the coffee. Doesn't get diluted. The coffee has to be strained or immersed and then strained later on. So what they were doing is, putting the coffee and milk together and hoping that coffee will get dissolved like those instant coffee, which was a great
Mm-hmm.
challenge. So the first challenge was that we had to really
Mm-hmm.
educate them. Second challenge was filtered coffee. You need at least a good strainer and
Okay.
to introduce that, or else coffee being an expensive drink, I should say, because
Mm-hmm.
specialty
Exactly.
coffee, instant coffee, that's fine. You can just drink it on the go. But specialty coffee, I should say, it's an expensive drink. Why? Because we need equipment. I'm not saying those big machines, where we see in the coffee shops, but even the small machines, it costs 500 bucks to 1K, which is a huge thing just
Right.
to drink a coffee. So that's one of the
Right.
reasons, and that's where we came up with our own filter paper. So what happened
Okay.
was, we did educate about our coffee, that
Mm-hmm.
how our coffee has to be drunk. Second thing is, we had a basic instruction in all our packets that our coffee has to be made this way. The third thing was, we started giving out free filter papers. So what happens in that filter paper is, they can put the coffee inside, in the filter paper, and then pour the hot water, so that will strain the coffee. um,
Okay.
yeah, to give you that the real taste of how a specialty coffee is. So
I
that's
think you need to come to other parts of Northeast too to educate, you know.
yeah, if situation goes well, yes, why not? I would love.
Yeah, and I'll be one among the students.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure, that'd be an honor.
So you also have a online you also this
Yes.
Nagaland Coffee,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So we have a website, but basically
Mm-hmm.
that website is not for India at the moment, where India is still in the
Okay.
process. That's
Mm-hmm.
international uh, online, site. Of course, you can visit,
Mm-hmm.
and all our basics info are mentioned there. But when you order it, that's not possible for India. India, we're using a third party.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
Okay.
friend of mine, so I'm using
All
his.
right.
It's called Any Origins. I don't know whether you've heard of it. It's
No,
called
I haven't.
Any Origins. He's from. I think he's from Manipur. Yeah,
Okay.
he's from Manipur. Yeah.
Okay.
So he gave me this link saying that, why not you use our this one website, and you can sell your coffee through this. So it's doing a good job at the moment. So
Okay.
yeah, for India, we're using Any Origins for online.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes. See, it's like I'm sure most of our viewers would ask, like, why, like that roundabout, the third party, and why not directly? It's like you've made it so accessible for, like exporting and like foreign countries, but for our own country, it's like, we have to go through the third party.
yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Uh, acha. I'm sorry, I did.
Yeah. You would,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You would like to
Uh,
take the question? I think you're seeing, right.
yeah. Sure. Uh, can we roast
Hmm.
coffee at home? Yes, yes, definitely can roast coffee at home. Yeah. What happens is,
Hmm.
roasting coffee. You can roast in two ways. What you can do is,
Hmm.
put it in a good frying pan, and then stir it like how you would
Hmm.
stir any other frying uh, you know food, like groundnuts and all. And also you can microwave the coffee, but you have to be
Oh,
careful with
okay.
the microwave. Yeah.
Okay. There's a certain temperature that we have to maintain in a microwave.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We usually roast between 180 to 200 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
So if you can maintain that, but you really have to be careful with microwave, because once it overheats, um, it can really disrupt and can cause injuries too. So I would say the safe way is to roast it in a pan, but a very good
Mm-hmm.
pan. Mm, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that would be like those non-stick pans.
Yes, yes, non-stick pans.
All right. And I also wanted to know that since you're exporting to other countries now, so how important is narratives or the art of storytelling in promotion of one's product? In short, like how important is advertising,
In advertising, right?
right?
Uh, Advertising also um, plays a good, a huge role. But
Mm-hmm.
advertising, if you want to really go up high, it does
Mm-hmm.
cost money. So my
Okay.
suggestion is, um, the best platform for advertising right now is we have our social media,
Mm-hmm.
especially Instagram. We have Facebook, we have WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can really know, because I've seen a lot of especially in Instagram, a lot of my colleagues and my fellow entrepreneurs, um, with their innovative way of marketing and advertising just on Instagram, and it's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely free. So I would say you to start from there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And would you agree that entrepreneurship is a new way of life apart from government jobs? You know the craze for government jobs in the
Yeah, yeah.
Northeast. So do you agree?
Well, it depends on the person. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes, of course. Um, Government job is always, you know, I um, it's kind of like in easy money. I would say
Mm-hmm.
for us entrepreneurs, we really need to work to get what we to get what we expect. So if we don't work, we don't get, and that's where UNET has really impacted um, our Naga people, or I should say Northeast people, because
Mm-hmm.
UNET not only plays a role in Nagaland but also Northeast as a whole. So they
Right.
have really set a benchmark to know
Right.
that no entrepreneurs is right now. Before people even working as a constructor or a carpenter or a or barber, we feel it's so small. We feel like we're not worthy. With no, those are done by those plain manu inga, like
Mm-hmm.
some kind of people like that. But
Right.
now it has come to such that we our Northeast people are taking up that, as with pride. That's something really encouraging to see, and I feel that's all because of how the YouthNet has really impacted our young Naga people. And these days, I can see a lot of people that if they had to choose between government jobs and being an entrepreneur, they are slightly moving towards entrepreneurship, and they're
Right.
coming forward. So yeah, I'm really happy to see.
Yeah, the emergence is like very amazing. I mean, even in here in Arunachal also, a lot of entrepreneurs coming up and doing really, really well. The
Mm.
market is good, and I mean,
Yes,
apart from this pandemic, but it's really, really the most upcoming thing right now. So,
yes, yes.
Vivito, you have also signed a MOU for comprehensive 5-year plan for coffee development in Nagaland. So, what is the outcome? Has it been beneficial for the locals?
Uh, yes, yes, we did sign a 30 years plan with the government, and
Mm-hmm,
it has helped a lot because the government has been helping, especially the farmers,
mm-hmm,
supplying them coffee seeds taken from the Coffee Board of India, and that
mm-hmm,
has really impacted the farmers to work hard because um, here we help the coffee growers and the farmers economically,
mm-hmm.
because
Right.
once the coffee gets harvested and once we feel the coffee is it's really good, then we buy
Mm-hmm.
all their coffee farms. So in a way that bringing economic stability to the farmers here in Nagaland, because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
many years back, coffee was there since the 80s in Nagaland, but we didn't. The farmers, the main thing that was that stopped coffee being farmed is the buyers. We couldn't find the buyers, and there were a lot of third-party buyers not being honest with the farmers. They got really discouraged. But once Dr. Peter came and
Mm-hmm.
made a commitment to the farmers, it's been driving them ever since. And also after that, MOU with the government has been
Mm-hmm.
giving all their efforts to help the farmers in whatever they can, especially in guiding them, especially through planting and through quality control, by
Mm-hmm.
supplying them free seeds. So in a way, they uh, they are making a big difference. Yes.
All right. Like one of our viewers had just said that behind, like so much of hard work behind that cup of coffee, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That's true. Yeah.
And
So it's like when I mean, as a customer, even me, I was once, just a customer. I go to a coffee shop being the only Starbucks I know. I mean, the only coffee shop being, or I know is Starbucks before.
the
So
thing, right?
yeah, so
Back
I
then, yeah.
going there, drink a cup of coffee, and like, um, I mean, like, I feel like, this is an easy job. When you see them making it, what's there to be a burden about. But now when you're into that business, you see, it's not that easy. There's a lot of process, and those process has to be perfected because everything is interconnected. From crop to cup. So from crop to cup, that is growing the coffee, planting the coffee, harvesting the coffee, processing, roasting, and making. So any one of that link gets affected, then the whole process is gone. It's all interlinked. It
Mm.
has to be perfect in every step. So, which is a huge responsibility and a challenge for us. But thankfully, we are getting there. Yes.
Yeah, I think you all are doing just fine. I mean, that's also the reason why you're here with us today, right?
Thank you.
Right. Uh, we are honored, in fact. And Vivito, what is your view on vocal for local, the policy of preferential buying and preferential pricing?
Uh, yeah, view for local. I mean, local for vocal for local.
Yes.
I feel that, yeah. I mean, we should not only buy the products, but also market them proudly, to help our fellow entrepreneurs. Uh, but I feel that there is a change in that department, because I see a lot of Northeast people, when you start when you launch a new product, or when you're advertising a product, they're always there to help you out.
Yeah, that's true.
Marketing them in whatever they can in their social media and in their story, taking you, this is out, please support. So it's really, I think that's the beauty of we notice people, that we love to help each other. And this local for vocal is like, I feel that's nothing tough to be achieved of. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, Vivito. I mean, the helping nature is there, like very strong. So
Mm-hmm.
there's also this thing, Vivito, that you have even the government has been focusing like to boost the local economy and to promote vocal for local or whatever. That they've been trying to build robust indigenous manufacturing sector. So what is your view on that?
You
Because
mean
we
in?
don't have many yeah, we don't have many manufacturing sector. Like we are trying to compete with China, and
Mm-hmm.
then like like China has like really good they're very good at this. They have their very strong manufacturing sector, but we
Mm-hmm.
are just coming up and then focusing on make in India and this and that. So, would you agree that we need more manufacturing sectors here in India?
I feel we need to have more manufacturing sectors.
Mhm.
So, are you talking about Northeast or just in India as a whole?
Yeah, specifically Northeast, but India as a whole also, that's fine. You can
Yes,
answer it
we
anyway.
I mean, of course, because we're still uh, like coffee. Because since I'm into coffee, let me just start with
Hmm.
coffee.
Right.
When it comes to coffee, like see, a roastery, a
Hmm.
roaster. Um, we do have manufacturing units here, in India, but we don't have that which will last us 10, 20 years. We import it from Germany, we import it from US, we import it from Italy, so as to say, like, an espresso machine. Espresso
Hmm.
machine we don't have, only we all import it from other countries. So
Okay.
yes, we do need to have those manufacturing units, especially for roastery and for what's that, for espresso machine, because there will be a lot of cost cutting if we manufacture from here, because we're importing that thing, so that cost, it jumps up, and which really affects the entrepreneurs, because I have seen a lot of people who would love to open a coffee shop, who would love to open a roastery, but the cost is really high, and
Hmm.
um, it's a challenge for them. They're in dilemma. So if they can come up with manufacturing units, as such, like an espresso
Hmm.
making, or maybe made in India, or hopefully in future made in Northeast, that would really help entrepreneurs, and also we would love to even encourage them, go for that, go for this coffee beverage venture. It's a really good thing, but yes, we do encourage them who are interested, but they have to see the other side of the other side of the venture, that is the finance. So that
Hmm.
makes a big role, in
Hmm.
starting a business, because without finance, business is not complete. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So we also want to know from you, Vivito, like how helpful has the government been? Because we see so many schemes coming up for entrepreneurs, and then especially since you export, so have you had any help on the export side too from the government? If you've taken up any, uh, made use of any of those existing government schemes.
uh, right now, so far, the not as like a scheme, but I would say the government have been helping us, not what do you say, financially, but in a way that coffee, you're getting quality coffee, because
Right.
through the to inspect, around 11 districts with thousands of hectares of land. It's not
Mm-hmm.
easy, and you need a lot of manpower. This is where
Mm-hmm.
the government, their officials come into play. They send
Mm-hmm.
their guys, and then they monitor them, they inspect them, they do a quality control, and then they give a feedback to us. So which is where, I should say, the coffee quality is also getting better and better. So that's a plus point for us. So in a way that, since the quality of the coffee is great, we can export it,
Mm-hmm.
and with confidence, because exporting is not an easy thing to start with, because we need to fulfill each country's requirements. South Africa's requirements will be different from Europe requirements. South Korea's requirements will be different from Japan's requirements. So when we have quality beans, then
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge plus point to export, because we know that they're going to be satisfied, and they're going to be buying it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have asked Vivito so many like serious questions. Now I would want to know like in your journey this far, who has been the inspiration? Who has kept you going?
You mean like uh,
Like in
among,
your, yeah, in your, like in the
in my
making of Nagaland Coffee,
acha, acha.
who
Yeah,
has?
first, yeah, it's true. First, I would say my business partner, Dr.
Mm-hmm,
Peter. He is because I would say that without him, um, I wouldn't be where I am right now because he really helped me to go to know and to get interested in what coffee really is. Though it's not
mm-hmm,
easy, though we have a lot of challenges along the way,
mm-hmm,
though we need to do a lot of hard work and processes. You enjoy what we do. That's the thing. And when you
mm-hmm,
enjoy what you do, no one can stop you from doing it. So that's one thing. And as I got deeper into coffee, um, there's a person called James Hoffman. He's
mm-hmm.
uh, he was the world barista champion in 2007. He's got a
Okay,
YouTube channel which is almost going to be 1 million followers, I guess. So
okay.
what I like about him is like he does he does he does he brew or he make coffee in a way that is pleasing to him. It's, of course, we do have certain rules, but
Mm-hmm,
um, we don't need to follow what other brewers are making. If you brew your coffee and if you think your that coffee tastes good, then that's the method you have to use. Because I use my own method, and my method may not, when I make the coffee, my method may not taste good to you. So that's where James Hoffman really inspires me, because he do a lot of coffee brewing and coffee educational videos, which really uh, helps the viewers to
mm-hmm.
expand, not strictly following that rules, but to expand your ideas, to be innovative in how you brew your coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, so well said, Vivito. I mean, innovation, right? You don't have, like, thinking out of the box makes all the
Yes,
difference,
yes, yes, that's true.
right? So, so Vivito, we've come to almost the end of the live session. So I have one last question for you that as a young entrepreneur from Northeast, you are already an inspiration to many. So what would you tell our young budding minds watching this show today?
um yeah, just three things I want to encourage. If you
Mm-hmm,
are pursuing, or you are planning to pursue this coffee business, or as a matter of fact any business uh,
mm-hmm,
world, first is, I would say, it's a passage from the Bible.
mm-hmm,
It's in uh, Philippians 4:13. I
mm-hmm,
can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So what that means is, through Jesus Christ, even if so many hurdles come in your way, when you submit yourself to Him, He will definitely open the way for you. He will definitely solve all your problems. Because I have had a lot of challenges also in this coffee business, and when I've always kept that as um, as a weapon, for success. So that has really, really helped me. I'm sure many of you might know this verse. So please do ponder about it and put it into practice. So secondly is, when opportunity comes, don't
right.
just wait, because others will take it if you don't. So when opportunity opens the door, don't wait for just saying that, let me wait, let's see how the situation is, or let me wait until this goes better or something. Like, when it opens, take it, and you wouldn't regret. And I feel that that's where my coffee thing also took it, because when it comes to Northeast, like we discussed, it's a place where tea is dominant. I took coffee, not knowing, how to go about, and uh, by God's grace, this is where I am right now. So when opportunity opens, you grab it, or else somebody else will take it. And the third thing is a very simple saying. This is where I encourage all our young and fellow friends and entrepreneurs when I meet them is, to be the best, you have to give your best. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
yeah, all three, I think I totally agree with you. Not just to agree, but definitely you hit the iron when you hit the rod when the iron is hot, right? Something like that. Anyways, I think
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. So you got it.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope our viewers got it too. So
Mhm.
the other thing is like, yeah, it's there. I too definitely believe that there's a divine intervention sometimes when things don't work out and we give our best, and sometimes we just there's something above us. You feel that power and you feel that something is really there. I mean, people would call it God, people would call it like energy or whatever it is, but there is something we can look up to and pray and really helps us. And it's like that's pretty much it. And thank you so much. I mean, it's such a something thought-provoking. The you said the last few lines. It's amazing, and I hope our viewers did pay attention to all that Vivito had to say. And uh, thank you, Vivito. I mean, for that heart-to-heart conversation. It was so nice talking to you, and we hope to see you again. You know,
Sure,
who
sure, sure.
knows, right?
Yeah, thank you
Right.
so much. Thank you so much for having me. It's this has been a great opportunity, and also
For us
an
too.
experience.
It's been such an honor to have you here, Vivito.
Same here, same here, and also all the viewers. Thank you so much for the all the beautiful comments. Uh, yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Right. Okay. Thank you, viewers, for joining, and we'll be back soon with more and an amazing guest. And thank you and good night.
Okay, good night.
Hello, my name is Vivito Yeptho. I'm into coffee business. So basically, what we do is we do processing and roasting. So all our coffees are locally processed and roasted in Nagaland. Me and my partner, Dr. Peter, who is from South Africa, started this business way back in 2016 for in an aim to make our own locally grown coffee, known globally. So basically, right now, what we do is we export as well as we market our locally roasted coffee to in and around India. So right now, we're exporting it to 3 countries, namely South Africa, Cape Town, Bahrain, and Dubai. And we are exporting green beans, and the roasted beans we are locally marketing. We have outlets in Dimapur as well as Kohima, and in other parts of India we have an online shop where our customers can buy at their own will.
Vivito Yeptho is a young entrepreneur from Nagaland who is the founder of Nagaland Coffee. He has completed his master's degree from London School of Commerce in 2015, which focuses on international marketing. He has experience in marketing and advertising industry, global human resource management, and many more. He has a professional degree in international marketing from Cardiff University, UK. He has also been awarded fellow membership by Northeast Entrepreneurship Fellowship, NEEF, an initiative of IEF Foundation and YouthNet. He is a professional barista certified by Himalayan Jawa Barista Coffee School based in Nepal. one can sometimes stumble on his products and get a taste of his coffee at the famous Nagaland Hornbill Festival at Kisama, Kohima, and one can also purchase the products available from his online store. Currently, he holds the post of member board of supervisors in the Nagaland Coffee Private Limited, which is a public-private partnership jointly managed with Dr. Peter Vermeulen from South Africa. A MOU was signed between the Department of Land Resources Nagaland and Noble Cause, a South African company, by Dr. Peter Vermeulen to promote the coffee cultivation in the mountains. To sum up, let us have it explained by Vivito Yeptho himself for our Northeast Today viewers.
Hello, my name is Vivito Yeptho. I'm into coffee business. So basically what we do is we do processing and roasting. So all our coffees are locally processed and roasted in Nagaland. Me and my partner Dr. Peter, who is from South Africa, started this business way back in 2016 in an aim to make our own locally grown coffee known globally. So basically right now what we do is we export as well as we market our locally roasted coffee to in and around India. So right now we're exporting it to 3 countries, namely South Africa, Cape Town, Bahrain and Dubai. And we are exporting green beans, and the roasted beans we are locally marketing. We have outlets in Dimapur as well as Kohima, and in other parts of India we have an online shop where our customers can buy at their own